Hello, thank you for another spiritual discussion. This video is part 5 of the Kabbalah experience. This is the last part of the videos for the Kabbalah experience. There will be other videos about Kabbalah, but part 5 is the last part for the Kabbalah experience. If you have not listened to videos 1 through 4, I recommend listening to those first. The Creator does not have a body, but neither does the soul. The soul is not a corporeal, physical, biological body, but pure desire, a desire to be filled with the light of the Creator. The soul is divided into parts named after parts of the body, but there's no connection between those parts of the soul that are called by names of organs of our corporeal body. Kabbalists have found a way to express in the words of this world concepts in the spiritual world. These could not otherwise be expressed except by making use of the language of the branches. Kabbalists take words from this world and use them to depict spiritual powers, which are the roots of those objects. The laws of nature and the entire creation are purely divided between positive attributes, those of the Creator, and negative attributes, forces that object the Creator. The Creator arranged it this way on purpose. The negative powers help to select the good powers or the positive power. We need the bad in order to choose the good. There are those who come to live among us only to convey the light of the upper world to us. And if we don't accept it or deserve it, then there is no reason for their existence in this world. So they go. We can never see with the senses of this world what is in store for us. We cannot see where our troubles come from. They only appear before us as a fact of life, as a reality that we are born into. In order to succeed in seeing how that picture is formed, we must study the wisdom of Kabbalah. With this wisdom, we learn exactly how the picture of reality is built. There's no special wisdom that we need to acquire. Mere interest is enough. But here is where our problem lies. We are not interested. If we haven't sufficient interest in understanding what happens with us, the collective force of reality comes and acts upon us. Often enough, we want to do something a certain way because we want to obtain the best results for ourselves. But instead, we get a bad outcome. This is because we only know a part of the system, and we see that we did not calculate the outcome of our action correctly. Here's something deep to think about. We all press the same button, but we will get different reactions. Why do you think that is so? An act by which a person can affect the world apart from a physical act is called an aim. If we learn to think correctly, we can instruct nature to perform useful acts through our thoughts. But in order to know how to influence the world, the entire reality, there's a great deal to learn. And just as in any other science, not everyone is willing to study that much in order to succeed. people are unhappy in our world, although they all want the opposite. But in order to be happy, one has to know what to do in order to feel good. We should know that our very existence affects our world in one way or another. Therefore, the more we do, the more we should learn about the effect of our actions. Anything that a person discovers in this world through scientific method is not spiritual because by definition, spiritual is something that one can feel only in spiritual attributes of giving, called a screen. That screen is a vessel for the understanding of the other world. And that understanding can only be acquired through the wisdom of Kabbalah. Only when we acquire a screen do we begin to feel spirituality. But those sensations cannot be conveyed to one who does not have a screen. Regarding, can an ape evolve and become a man? Such a thing is impossible. The spiritual genes are eternal. That is why there cannot be a development from a rock to a plant and from an ape to man. But it is certainly possible for a person to develop spirituality. The Creator does not change the law of creation, especially for Kabbalists. And all the physical, natural laws apply also to Kabbalists. He can get sick like any other person. The world gets its wrong because it doesn't feel what a soul really is. And so it searches for spirituality in matter or searches for a connection with matter. A Kabbalist need not do anything external because spirituality is in a different dimension. The link with spirituality happens through inner contact. Nothing in our world is directly connected with the upper one. Man finds spirituality through his soul, which is a part of the upper world. If he feels it, he finds a link with the upper world, with the Creator. Everything we do before we see the entire system of creation is only to harm us. It is only the wisdom of Kabbalah that enables us to see it. Those who seek the innermost revelation are ready to give up everything external. Pay no heed to medals or citations and can walk around in rags. It happens because they increasingly discover their inner depths. If you acquire spiritual attributes, you will feel the Creator and notice the change in your priorities. Kabbalists write their books from their perspective of the connection between the spiritual root in the upper world and its physical branch in our material world. Because everything that happens in our world is a consequence of operations performed in the spiritual root. We cannot understand what happens correctly as long as we remain within the boundaries of the knowledge of this world. Since the majority of creation is out of reach for the researchers in our world, general Kabbalists are not interested in giving tips about improving our corporeal life. This is not their task. Their task is to raise mankind to the upper world, reach spiritual attainment, and live in the spiritual world in our own right. You can begin to teach the wisdom of Kabbalah to little children at school because it relates to them as well. They too live in both worlds, and they too, like adults, still can't find the wisdom. They can't feel the wisdom, for it has not yet been revealed to them. No elevation is attained without bonding with other souls and the collective correctness with them. Therefore, a collective study in a group is the most practical measure for spiritual advancement. Treating others nicely is not real if it is not based on spiritual attainment. Even if you can help all the poor and homeless people on earth, what can you really influence? We cannot correct anything with a direct approach, but only through the upper world. We do have to build welfare systems in the world, but we cannot correct the world this way. The correction of the world can only be accomplished from above, where it is controlled. The power we derive from the study of Kabbalah works on the people of Israel and the nations of the world alike. Spiritual and physical redemption are linked together. A spiritual redemption will bring the whole world to genuine happiness, freedom from terror, disease, and unity with the upper power. I will bring this video to a close, but in ending this video, please feel free to share it with others. And if you would like to see more of this type of content, please click the subscribe button below on this channel. Also, after subscribing, if you click the notification bell, you will be notified of any new videos that I make. I would also love to have your comments and questions below. Just be respectful to one another. And again, I say thank you.